It is dusk in a rural village near Chennai. Relatives have gathered for a family function, their conversations competing with the hum of the village and the blue glow of smartphone screens. Then, without warning, the grid fails. The lights cut out, the router dies, and the entire house goes dark. Two cousins wander outside to sit under the night sky. Arun grew up in the 90s. Nikhil was born after the year 2000. Their immediate reactions to dead air are different. Nikhil taps his leg, instinctively reaching for a phone that has no signal. Arun leans back, comfortable in the sudden quiet. Watching his younger cousin fidget, Arun smiles and asks a simple question. "Do you know what real waiting felt like?" Nikhil laughs and points out that he waits for food delivery all the time. But Arun is talking about a physical friction that no longer exists, a delay that once defined the human experience. Arun's childhood was built on mandatory patience. Every action required physical effort and a delay in gratification. Calling a friend meant pressing heavy plastic buttons on a landline, hearing it ring in a communal hallway, and nervously making small talk with their parents first. Entertainment ran on a rigid schedule. You couldn't stream a cartoon. You waited all week for Sunday broadcasts, pulling the whole household into the same room at the same time. Even memories had a hard cap. A physical camera roll gave you exactly 36 pictures. You could not waste a frame. Every press of the shutter was an intentional choice, deciding if it was truly worth preserving. Without endless digital content to scroll, boredom pushed kids out the front door. You grabbed a bat, set up makeshift stumps in the dirt, and gathered the neighborhood for street cricket. This lack of options built a natural barrier against noise. The friction of waiting resulted in frequent face-to-face interactions and a grounded pace of life. Nikhil's reality operates on different mechanics. The friction has been engineered out. Dinner arrives with a single tap. Friends are accessible through video calls. All knowledge is searchable in milliseconds. The limits on physical media are gone. A phone holds thousands of photos, shifting the habit from carefully filling a permanent album to broadcasting a curated life through stories that vanish in a day. This chart shows the direct result of that frictionless environment. As the volume of digital choices skyrockets, our baseline attention span and baseline peace take a measurable dive. When every second is filled with the curated broadcasts of others, the noise transforms into a perpetual scoreboard. Users stay locked in a loop of monitoring peers and matching standards, dissolving the quiet internal space that Arun's generation occupied by default. The modern digital age aggressively traded the quiet of physical constraints for immense speed, limitless access, and a dense layer of psychological anxiety. Back in the village, the routers are still dead. The two cousins sit under the stars, surrounded by a heavy, unusual silence. Nikhil breaks the silence, admitting that while Arun's world lacked speed, it possessed a much higher volume of meaningful time together. Arun nods, acknowledging the trade-off. The digital tools Nikhil holds possess a global reach and educational power that a kid in the 90s could never have conceptualized. Two different worlds, built by two different eras. Neither side holds the moral high ground. They are simply distinct realities engineered by the technology of their time. We hold the tools now. We can appreciate the power of infinite connectivity, but we also have the agency to engineer our own power cut moments, temporarily turning off the connection to reclaim analog peace in a noisy world.